Well, it was created to fill a cultural need in St. Augustine, and now, nearly 2 decades later, it has become a cultural institution in the city. Here to tell us about this year's St. Augustine Music Festival are co-founders Jorge Peña and Jin Kim-Peña. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. Jorge, you play viola. Jin, you play cello. You've both performed with the Jacksonville Symphony Orchestra. Jorge, you've performed with the National Symphony Orchestra. You're both very skilled musicians. What was it? Why was it important for you to kind of create this outlet closer to home?
Well, it's a question that has many different answers actually. For us as immigrants, we came to the United States, and this gave us an opportunity to give back. Also gave the opportunity to many of our colleagues to perform during the summer time when there is usually not much that was back then. Now things have changed a lot. As a matter of fact, when we went to the cathedral, there was not much. Actually, there was nothing going on in the cathedral.
This
Uh,
is the Cathedral Basilica where you hold the St.
that's
Augustine
that's
Music
that's
Festival.
correct.
Yeah.
Now, obviously the Cathedral Basilica has become such a great place to perform that is almost impossible to get any space there. Meaning that the whole adventure turned out to be very successful. Here we are almost 20 years later, and we have been able to produce some of the greatest chamber music, chamber orchestra, a lot of different soloists, international soloists, and we continue to bring this free to the public.
Yeah, this is 7 days of concerts, all of them free, Jen. I know that the first one, we're kind of kicking off with a celebration of Juneteenth
hmm
with the Ritz Chamber Players. What are some of the highlights that you're particularly looking forward to this year?
this year, actually, very excited about our first concert. Bringing Piazzolla's Four Seasons,
Mhm.
and it'll be performed by Nigel Armstrong, which we are very fortunate to have him for almost 10 years, I think. Time flies.
Yeah.
And then we have Maria Valdez coming to sing, and she's an amazing singer, and we're very fortunate to have her on our third concert. So, and we, I love all the concerts, but and then our last concert is very special because we commissioned Pure Subject for the 450th anniversary of Saint Augustine, and he composed for us called St. Augustine Suites. That's our last concert, so that's very special
That's
also.
the St. Augustine Suite, as you say, was kind of written for the celebration of St. Augustine's birthday.
That's right. And as a fact, I want to see that piece become kind of like the soundtrack of St. Augustine. It's such a fun piece. It really feels like a movie soundtrack. Has different movements, and each movement depicts different aspects of history in St. Augustine. For example, the first movement, it sounds and evokes sounds of primitive life of the Timucuan Indians. It moves to a different movement. For example, it has the Castillo San Marco, which it showcase some of the history that has gone through, the wars and the conflicts that have been fought in that fort, and you hear it in there, almost like a real movie soundtrack. It has sounds of longing, depicting the ocean waves and that travel that came from Spain and eventually brought these people to St. Augustine to settle it. So it's a fantastic piece, and like Jim was saying, every single night is a different program, and it's very unique. We of course, we are in charge of curating each program and each one individually. If you ask me which one is my favorite, I couldn't tell you because each one brings different things. The Juneteenth concert is another one that is gonna be very unique. Obviously, we are celebrating many different things, but the 125th anniversary of the of writing of the "Lift Every Voice," which becomes the national anthem for the Black community, and we're gonna have many different. The whole program is all Black African American composers, and we also have two great singers. We have a lot of different type of sounds. You know, it's like a lot of when we think about uh, a lot of the African American coming to the United States, they brought with them that culture and that flavor. This is showcased in this music, and in a setting that is in a classical setting in a way. So it's very unique. I think that that's going to be a great concert to attend as well.
Well, there are, it's free, but if you do want premier seating, you can get those like secure seating at SAM Festival, samfestival.org. I know it's going to be a great series of music. Jorge Pena, Jin Pena, thank you so much for being here this morning. We
Thank you
really
for having
Thank
us.
appreciate
you
it.
for having us.